want to have Ambrose.
Lucinda, I'm not here as a detective.
We don't need Ambrose here. We don't have to listen to her at all.
I'm here as a person who can understand why you would try to protect your child. And we all know what James is capable of, all right? We all know that he will not stop until he gets what he wants, and the three of us know exactly what he wants. Right, Barbara? He wants your son. That's why you called the station this morning in such a panic, because you couldn't find Paul.
No, naturally I was concerned. Paul just got his license. He could have had an accident, been out there in the middle of the road
Paul
somewhere,
never even
Margot.
took his car. We had Doherty following him. He went to the Hugheses and then he came here.
Well, I didn't know that until I talked to Hal.
Right. You called Hal because you were panicked, and you were panicked because you know damn well James is back.
Wrong. Wrong. I reacted as any mother would, and that's something you know very little about, not being a mother, Margot.
You're right. I've never been lucky enough to be a mother. But I think that makes me understand how precious a child is to a mother, how precious Paul is to you, and how precious Lily is to you.
Margot, where is all this really going?
James has kidnapped Lily. He's holding her, isn't he?
Margot, I have not heard, I haven't spoken to Lily. I had not a word.
Have you heard from
She
James?
left Sierra's. Look, if you know something, will you spit it out? Will you tell us what it is? And if you don't know, get out!
Listen to me! If James has taken Lily, you've got to tell me everything. Because that's the only way we're going to have a chance to find Lily before it's too late.
Lily is my daughter, and if Stenbeck's got her, I want to know.
You know something? You're crazy.
I want to know. I don't care if you want to lie to the police about you and Stenbeck. That's your business. But Lily is my business. You understand me? And they're saying that Stenbeck kidnapped her.
I swear to God, if you don't get out of here, I'll scream.
I don't care. Go ahead.
The police car.
Where is he?
I'll tell them you attacked me, you filthy rapist,
he?
with your record.
What about your record? You've been lying to cover your boyfriend all along, haven't you?
No.
Haven't you? He's a dirty drug dealer and a known killer.
No.
I bet you covered up then with the
No.
steward cabin, didn't you?
No, what?
You did. You made this whole setup, didn't you? You made this whole setup, didn't you? No, where is Stenbeck?
I don't know.
I don't believe you.
No.
Come on, Landry. You're a liar. Meg would never have anything to do with you.
If there's any consolation, Tonio, little Meg was racked with guilt every time we made love. Well, maybe racked is too strong.
Shut up.
Well, especially when we were in your bed, rolling around in your...
I said shut up.
Don't you put your little pop gun away.
I should have killed you the first time you blackmailed me.
You didn't have the guts then. You don't have the guts now.
If I'd had a gun that night...
If you'd had a gun, you would have thought. Because you're a smart and practical man. You killed me and it would have been back to Montego.
No. They won't deport me for killing a murderer. And I'll finally have the satisfaction of avenging my family's name.
If you're stupid enough to pull that trigger, I'll drag your family's name through the mud. The whole world will learn that you've been my lackey here in Oakdale since the beginning. That your wife has been my whore.
That's a lie.
It's all down in black and white, Tonio. All the monies you spent buying up Wall stock, I've even documented. All my little rendezvous with Meg.
I hope you're prepared to die, Stenbeck.
As the World Turns. This portion brought to you today by Tide. On some of your toughest laundry problems, Tide won't quit till your clothes come clean. And by Always Plus, the Maxi with wings in 3 sizes. Maxi, Thin Super, and Night Super.
I remember that look. When a man knows he's about to die. I saw it often enough during the revolution in Montego. I'm glad you're afraid, James. I've had to kill many times, but this time will be easy.
Jumping.
Is that the best you can do? I overestimated you, and you underestimated me for the last time.
Now, who
has underestimated whom? Hmm?
Good thing you told me to be here in 5 minutes, boss. No telling what this creep would try.
After a while, you get to know the type. It's your gun.
Are you kidding me? Giving that back to him?
I do not kid. Mr. Reyes is still learning it.
Oh, come on. Let me finish him off.
Easy. Now I may need Mr. Reyes to get my son if something goes wrong with my original plan. Now get out of here and stay by the phone.
You heard him. Get moving.
You're going to die, Stenbeck. Soon. I'll see to it.
I doubt that. I hope you have Lily securely tied up this time.
No problem.
Good, because she's our hold of Miss Lucinda Walsh.
All right. Let's just say, for argument's sake, that James has kidnapped Lily. For argument's sake. All right, and he's threatened to harm her if you go to the police. I mean, that's the standard ploy, right? And you're counting on James to release Lily after you have fulfilled his demands, whatever they are. Don't you understand that the only true way you can count on getting Lily back is if you cooperate with the police? I mean, it's your choice. Lucinda, you can either trust the police or you can trust James Stenbeck.
If I find out the police are on to me, I'm going to assume you told them whether you did or not. And that means you'll never see your daughter alive again. Or Craig. It's your choice, Lucinda.
It's your choice, Lucinda.
Don't you think Lucinda would tell you if she thought that James had Lily?
Not necessarily. I mean, you don't really have anything at stake anymore. I mean, Paul has got 24-hour surveillance. As far as you're concerned, there's no way James can grab him, but Lily is still in danger. So go on. When was the last time that James contacted you? What did he want? What were his demands? Where is he?
There's nothing to tell.
Nothing.
No. I mean, Barbara said that perfectly. As mother, if one felt that one's child was in jeopardy, one would certainly go immediately to the police to get help.
Oh, for God's sake, don't do this. For Lily's sake. For your own sake. God, don't let James win. If the situation changes, you will contact me, and you know where I am.
Thank you for your concern.
I'm offering you more than concern, Lucinda. You know, if you're really a friend of hers, you would convince her that this is no way to protect Lily.
You really think that James is involved?
Oh, yes, I do.
How?
I can tell by looking at you, both of you. And I know how James operates, so do you. Once James gets what he wants, Lily is expendable. Don't you remember that?
Come on, Landry, get on your feet. Come on, they should have put you in jail after you raped my sister. Go call cops.
No!
We're wasting time. Lily is missing.
I don't want to hear you mention Lily's name ever again, all right?
That's why I'm here. I want to help Lily.
She doesn't need your help, Landry.
Emily, Daddy says she needs your help out front.
Look, I'm not leaving you two here alone together.
Well, I'm not going anywhere until I get some answers.
I think you should press charges against this guy. Listen to me. Lily came in here the other day to buy some clothes. Did she say anything? Anything about where she might have
She
gone?
knows something, all right, but it's got nothing to do with clothes.
She doesn't need your help, so just stay out of it.
Oh, yes, she does. And if my hunch is right, she's going to need a lot more.
The day she needs your help is the day hell freezes over, all right? Come on, Emily, let's get out.
You really think my dad kidnapped Lily Walsh?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I know his son doesn't want to hear that about his father. Can you help me, Paul? Can you help Lily? You might be helping your dad because if anything happens to Lily...
Had to gag her in case she got cute. Started screaming again.
Yeah, we'll take it off of her.
You and me got a score to settle, baby.
Right.
You're gonna regret bopping me over the head.
Hey, leave her alone, Nick.
Sure, boss. Just so long as I get my chance with her before we let her go.
We may not let her go. It all depends on Lucinda.
Well, I hope my mother tells you to take a flying leap.
Your mother? Well, I'm sure she would be very touched if she heard you say that. It's very difficult for me to believe that you're not really Lucinda's flesh and blood. I mean, you have her guts, and I respect that.
Well, I don't want your respect.
You know something, young lady? If you live through this, you're going to learn that the compliment of an enemy is the only one that you can trust. Not that I want to be your enemy or your mother's. I'm going to leave you in his capable hands. By the way, Nick, who connected this phone?
Jake did it.
Jake. Oh, yes, remind me to send him a bonus. He did a very good job erasing all those calls I made at the Stewart house from the telephone company's computer. Yes, hello, darling. How are you?
Oh, James, I've been waiting and waiting for your call. We, have a teensy problem.
Problem? What kind of a problem?
Well, Dusty found out that I told Mummy that he spent the night here, you know, when she overheard you in the shower, and, he's really furious.
You talked to him?
I had no choice. He burst in here. He practically tore my head off. I had to explain something to him.
What did you say to Dusty Donovan?
Nothing. I know how Dusty feels about you, so I made up some kind of story about this guy that Mummy doesn't like. But I'm really afraid that Mummy's going to find out that I lied about Dusty, and she's going to start asking me all kinds of questions.
We're leaving for Greece tonight. Mummy won't have the chance.
Really? Oh, how exciting. Hey, what's the weather like in the Aegean this time of year? I got to get packed, you know.
Don't bother with clothes. We'll buy everything you need. Just pack all your valuables in a small bag. And don't forget how much I love you.
Boss, I'm not serious about taking her with us.
Of course I'm not serious. I still may need her. Remember, never burn your bridges. And you get bored sitting down here, I suggest you try praying. Because if your mother doesn't take me serious, young Holden is going to be one lonely man. You're in charge. Take good care of this very valuable hostage.
Don't worry. I intend to.
Lila, this may not be relevant in Margot's case, but at this point, I don't want to leave any stone unturned. Well, during the 50s and the 60s, a lot of doctors were prescribing DES to help prevent miscarriage. Now, that was during the time you were pregnant with Margot.
But not in my case here.
So you didn't take DES?
Well, no, miscarriage was never a concern when I had Margot.
So you took no medications at all?
No.
Good.
You know, I've been doing a lot of reading about DES.
Okay. Then you know that there is no effective test to check for the presence of the drug, and that daughters of DES mothers can develop uterine weaknesses which make it impossible for them to carry a fetus to term. Unfortunately, we haven't found a way to reverse the process yet.
But in Margot's case, her miscarriages were trauma-induced, right?
I just want to be sure. Lila, I really appreciate your frankness in discussing this with me.
That's all right.
Oh, well, look who's here. It's the man of the hour. Lila told me the whole story. Congratulations again.
Oh, well, thank you, Doc.
Look, I know you two have lots of plans to make, so I'm going to leave you to them.
Well, thank you, Audrey.
No, thank you.
Okay.
What's the whole story?
What do you think?
I don't know what to think when a baby doctor congratulates me. Is there something you're not telling me?
Casey!
What?
Well, that's the last thing I need right now. I mean, my child-rearing days are over. Does that bother you?
No, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, honey pie.
Many people hate Stenbeck, but they do his bidding. He's a genius at using people, but you should know, the people he uses usually die young.
Oh, comparative anatomy, you were right. I hate it. Why do we have so many bones?
What? I'm sorry, what?
Nothing important. Are you okay?
No. Do you want me to leave you alone?
No.
problems with Tonio?
No. I mean, I'm very happy. You know, sometimes I sit up in the middle of the night and I watch him sleep and I think about how lucky I am. Just how lucky I am.
God, if this is happy, I'd hate to see you unhappy.
You know, unhappy. I'm just so scared.
Scared of what? Listen, I know you don't want to talk about it, but Meg, this has been going on for some time now, ever since I came over to your apartment and you were crying that night.
Yeah, that's when it all started.
What all started?
Oh, just this whole nightmare. You wouldn't believe it if I told you. It just keeps going on and on.
What is it? Is it a person? Is it a place? You don't want to talk about it?
Mrs. Reyes. Mrs. Reyes.
Hello.
Hi.
I spoke to Monica. I just want to tell you.
Good. Did you tell her mummy not to tell everybody?
Please let me explain what happened. You're going to let me explain, okay? I spoke to her. She's very upset, and I really let her have it, okay?
Oh, poor little Monica.
Evidently, her mom walked in, and some guy was there in her bedroom. And she got all flustered and didn't want her mom to know who it was and just said that it was me. That's all.
Well, why?
I don't know why. You can ask her why. She's going to be here today. She said she'd be very happy to tell you. If you don't believe me,
listen,
fine.
if I take your word for it, I don't have to talk to her, right? I don't want to hear from her.
Well, do you believe me?
You better tell Aunt Lucinda before she gets you engaged, married, and honeymooning in Bermuda. What are you thinking of?
I'm thinking about Lily because I just think that it's very strange that no one has seen her at all. That doesn't make any sense to me.
There's no need to run away from me.
I'm not running away. I have a class, okay?
I see here in the solarium.
I forgot my books.
All I'm asking is 5 minutes of your time.
Why?
Because I believe you and your husband are in danger.
It's ridiculous.
Not if he's involved with James Stenbeck, it's not.
Why would he be involved with him? It's a criminal. And you better have some pretty solid evidence before you start making accusations like that.
Would a certain blazer button found under the docks near the yacht club be proof enough? The police have reason to believe that Stenbeck met his contacts in that very spot. I have reason to believe that your husband is one of those contacts. Let me warn you, Stenbeck is a killer. Few people that ever come in contact with him live to tell about it. I tried to warn Tonio, but he wouldn't listen. I hope you do.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you do. I can see it in your eyes. How long has your husband been involved with Stenbeck? Damn it! What else do you know? A certain blazer button was found under the dock near the yacht club where the police believe Stenbeck was in the habit of meeting his contacts.
You really think my dad kidnapped Lily Walsh?
Oh, my God, this is a real maze. This has got to go on for blocks. What the hell am I doing here? The police must have checked all this out, right? That's a footprint.
Yes, this is Tonio Reyes calling for Corinne Lawrence. It's an important business matter.
Darling, when my secretary gave me our coded message, I was so thrilled. Where are you?
I can't tell you that, but I'll be in Oakdale tonight.
Tonight?
Yes, and I must see you.
Oh, darling, I long to see you too, but we simply can't risk it. Everyone is talking about the possibility of your return. It's even been in the news for the last 2 nights. And I shudder to think what would happen if anyone saw you. James, I couldn't bear to lose you now.
Darling, you won't lose me, I promise. And very soon, we're going to be able to spend a lot more than just a few hours together. I can promise you that.
James, We could be together right now. Just tell me where you are. I'll fly anywhere in the world to be with you, rather than risk your coming here.
Listen, I have no choice. I must come. But I'll call you tonight. I'll call you at your office. Now, it may be quite late, but stay by the phone there.
But James...
I love you, and I'll call you tonight.
James, you didn't tell me you were coming by.
I couldn't stay away.
Oh, hey, I'm all packed, just like you said, my valuables. But, are you sure I shouldn't bring a nightie or something like that?
Oh, you won't need a nightie.
No.
You'll be sleeping under the Aegean moon. The soft sea breezes cooling our naked bodies.
Ooh, it sounds so romantic.
Say, this is, quite heavy.
Well, it's just my valuables, like you said.
Oh, and, what is it that you consider valuable?
Well, you know, jewels and stuff. Went by the bank today and pulled this out of my safe deposit box. Some of this junk I've never even worn. I inherited it all from Grandmama. But, oh, you know, it's silly. I shouldn't have brought this stuff. This isn't the kind of stuff I should have brought.
Well, I'm sure that it has a great deal of sentimental value. I'm very sentimental myself.
Yeah?
So it's the same. I'm probably going around in circles. That's not time. Oh, man.
Just swallow, damn it.
I can't eat this way, Nick.
Oh, what's the matter? Poor little rich girl lost her silver spoon.
Just leave me alone.
Sure. Go hungry for all I care.
Just let me eat it myself, please.
Oh, yeah. Take the cuffs off so you can get smart again, huh?
What do you want from me?
Well, if you really want to know, I could arrange it so you and I could get a little more friendly, if you know what I mean.
Forget it.
Think you're so special. Let me tell you something. Rich or poor, you're all the same in the dark.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you today by NyQuil, the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever so you can rest medicine. And by Zest Deodorant Bar. Only Zest gets you zestfully clean. We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Damn busy signal. Get off the phone.
Nick,
What?
you're wrong about me. Really. If you just come over here and undo these handcuffs, I'll show you.
Oh, yeah? You'll, show me what exactly?
Do you want me to leave you alone?
What are you talking about? I want you over here this way. I want you to hear this, please. Jane, hello.
Dusty?
Yes, hi. I had no idea that you'd be at the house.
Neither did I. But if Mohammed won't go to the mountain ends up trekking all the important papers out here. I don't know how much longer she can keep this up. She's an emotional wreck.
Well, I really don't want to bother her. I was just wondering if there's any news concerning Lily.
I only wish there were.
Who is that?
It's Dusty.
Hello, darling. There's no news about Lily yet.
Yeah, Jane told me. Actually, I'm going to tell you something.
About Lily?
No, it's not about Lily.
Oh.
It's about something it's important to me, and I just have to tell you, I know that Miss Lawrence told you that I spent the evening with Monica.
Oh, darling Dusty, I'm not your mother confessor.
I know, but there's nothing to confess. The whole thing was a big lie. I wasn't there. It was just Monica covering for some guy that her mom doesn't like.
Good, darling, I'm glad. She's not your type.
Well, fine. Good, then I don't want it to get in the way of anything. I just want to forget about it, and I just wanted to set the record straight, and now I'll get off the phone in case Lily calls, okay?
Oh, I don't think she's going to be calling.
How do you know that? Do you know something that you're not telling me?
Casey, stop it. I've got to get back to work.
I'm not going to let you go.
I have all these reports to
That's
fill out.
too bad. Listen, I stopped by the hospital chapel this afternoon to check on their schedule, and they said they had an opening the week after next if we reserve this afternoon.
So soon?
What's wrong with that?
Well, I'm just not sure.
What?
No, I'm sure about that. I'm not sure I want to get married at the hospital chapel, you know, with everybody around and everything.
Well, what better place? I mean, we can invite the whole hospital staff. We give them a handful of rice and they throw it in the hallway. Come on, darling. I'm going to be so happy that day. I want everybody there to watch.
Everybody?
Everybody.
Like Mrs. Atwater?
Oh, especially Mrs. Atwater.
Mrs. Atwater,
What do you
hi.
say, Mrs. A?
May I have a word with you, Lila?
Sure. Would you like to join us?
No, thanks. I found this on my desk.
Oh, you did find it. Good. Casey and I found that in New York, a little souvenir. We thought it would be appropriate.
I don't understand.
Oh. Well, you see, Casey and I are getting married week after next, right here at the hospital chapel. We'd love for you to come.
Yes, and since you've been one of our biggest supporters, we got you a front row seat.
I don't think she likes it.
They're saying Stenbeck kidnapped Lily.
Dad wouldn't do that. I know he wouldn't.
She had to run some kind of an errand. She won't be back for a little while.
Well, actually, I'm not really here to see Barbara. I'm here to see Paul. Hiya, kid.
Hi.
What you got? Just physics? That's disgusting. Not one of my best subjects. Emily, I don't mean to keep you.
Paul, if you need me, I'll be right out front, okay?
I haven't really had a chance to sit and chat with you since you got back from Hillsborough last time.
Yeah. Well, I did talk to Hal. I answered all his questions.
Well, this is me. And I'm not really here to ask you any questions. I just wanted to let you know that we're really not trying to railroad your dad. We'd like to find him because we think it's important that he has an opportunity to face the charges against him, to answer him.
Well, maybe he can't do that. Just maybe he's not innocent.
Wow. That's a hell of a thing for you to have to say. You're a good kid, you know that?
Well, what's gonna happen to my dad if you guys do find him?
Oh, Paul, that depends. He's got a lot to answer for, you know? Unfortunately, maybe even kidnapping.
No, I already told Rod. I don't believe that. I'll never believe that.
Rod? When did Rod come by here?
What's going on in here? Mom, Dad wouldn't kidnap anybody, would he?
You get out of here. Oh, Barbara. All I was trying to do was find out
I can see what you're doing, Margot. You want to come in here and press charges against me, that's fine, but how dare you come in here and badger a boy who's been through enough as it is?
I don't understand. Somebody's got to know something about Lily. You know, I went to see Emily Stewart to see if she had any ideas. Found Josh in her office attacking her.
But she's Betsy's sister.
So, I was our sister, remember? I just wish she'd hurry up. I need to talk to her about Lily.
Oh, then just go talk to her and stop bothering me. I've got problems of my own, believe it or not, although you always seem to be only concerned about Lily.
What's eating you?
Nothing. Just go talk to her.
She's very busy. She was with Dusty and Pam last time I saw her.
Well, there they are, so she must be free. Go.
Hold on a second. What is this about you and Lily having a fight before she left?
It wasn't a fight. And it's none of your business anyway.
It's my
right?
business, Holden. She's my friend.
Yeah, well, I don't see it that way, so just keep your nose out of it, all right?
I have to get to class.
Okay, fine. If I find out that's not the truth, you and I are going to have a major, major problem.
Oh, Tony. Oh, it's been the worst day of my whole life.
I could say the same thing.
It's time that we really are honest with one another.
Be honest, Meg, about what?
About everything. Even... Oh, God, I can't even say his name.
James Stenbeck?
Yeah.
Are you finally ready to tell me that you've been sleeping with him? You're not even going to deny it.
Why would I deny something as preposterous as that?
Meg, the night that I came back from my business trip, and I found the bedroom door locked and the bed torn up, had Stenbeck been there?
Well, yes, but I didn't know that...
I know. You didn't know I was coming home.
No, I didn't know he was there. I had come home from the farm, and I found him in the bed. I thought it was you
What about the night? What about the time I found you with Rod in our bedroom? And you tried so hard to keep me out of that apartment between 7 and 10 that night. Was Stenbeck there then, too?
Yes, but not...
I've heard enough.
Don't you dare play the outraged husband with me. After everything I've been through because of you.
Because of me?
Yes. I know that you've been working with James Stenbeck.
What?
Oh, come on, Tonio. You've been involved with him ever since you took over Craig's company. He's been threatening to go to the authorities with that information. That's what he's holding over me.
And you believed him?
I heard you on the phone, Tonio. I heard you talking to me.
So now you're spying on me, too.
Oh, Tonio, come on, stop. Just stop all of this. We need each other. We need each other now more than ever.
I don't need a whore for a wife.
Tonio!
Actually, I've got some very good news for you. What is it? Well, tests show that tear in your uterus has completely healed. Now, I've explored a couple of other potential problem areas, but everything's come up negative. So, it looks by January that you'll be able to conceive again. Wow. Wait, I thought that was good news. Well, of course it is. It's just that so much has happened. Oh, and I wasn't very optimistic last year. I know, Margot. But if we monitor you carefully throughout your entire pregnancy, with some extra care on your part and a bit of luck, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't be able to carry to term this time. Oh, Mrs. Kellogg's contractions should be 5 minutes apart by now. I better get back down
Thank you,
there.
Dr. Samuels.
My pleasure.
Margot! Hi! I heard you were in the building. I couldn't wait to tell you. Can you stand up for your mama the week after next, huh?
Ready and waiting.
Good. Is something the matter? Is there a problem?
No, I just had a chat with Dr. Samuels. She gave me some news.
Bad news?
No, good news. It seems that by January, my uterus will have healed enough that I could conceive a baby. And ironic, by January I could have a baby, but I won't have a husband.
First I find out the district attorney is up in the state capitol, and now you tell me Detective Hughes is nowhere to be found.
I can get you Detective Franklin. He's in with the lieutenant.
We'll wait for Detective Hughes.
All right, suit yourselves.
Look, Duncan, I know you and Ward had a couple of run-ins.
Oh, come on, Jessica, the man arrested me.
You're really not making my social life any easier. Look, this blazer could be a very important lead. I really don't think we should wait for Margot.
Everyone involved with this case has been waiting around for months, sitting on evidence that could convict Stenbeck. Barbara, her son Paul, Emily Stewart,
Wait a
Lucinda
minute,
Dixon.
wait a minute now. I really don't think you should share that with the police, or I could be defending you in a couple of lawsuits as well. Those are very serious accusations, Duncan.
You're damn right they're serious. You know, the Reyes's aren't the only people that Stenbeck's been putting the screws to, and if any one of them had come forward, that devil would have been behind bars by now. I hope it's not too late.
This is from Lester Carmichael about those bids for the construction division.
Okay, fine.
Well, don't you want to look them over?
It's all right. I don't give him that big salary to make mistakes.
Well, just the same, Lucinda, he is new to the construction
I don't
business.
care. I don't care.
Lucinda.
Let him do whatever he wants to do, all right? Fine.
Look, I know you'll hear from Lily soon.
You know it?
I keep praying.
Good, because I keep praying, too.
I'm going to get you some tea.
Thank you. I would like that. I do keep praying. I'm praying. I'm praying that somebody owes me something and everything's going to be all right. I just don't know how long, much longer this can go on.
Not long, Lucinda. You can't continue to do business this way, you know, signing papers without even looking at them. Do you realize that you've committed yourself to several projects without giving it a thought?
You're not listening to me, darling. You're not, none of you are listening to me in this house today whatsoever. I do not care about my business. I do not care about my business. I care about my child. I care about my daughter, and I care about that man and that madman, and I would like to kill him in some way. I would like to kill him, and he's left me here, and I'm helpless here, and I'm sitting here like a fool.
You helpless?
Yes. Hello?
Lucinda, darling, Corinne. Tell me, have you had time to interview that young executive from the coast I recommended?
Corinne, if you call me once more on this subject, I will go out into the street and pick up the first man I see and make him the head of the Lawrence division.
Well, there's no need to snap my head off, darling. Obviously, you're in no mood to talk about this. I suppose you haven't heard from that daughter of yours yet, who's run away again?
At least my daughter doesn't lie to me.
I don't know what you're insinuating.
Ask Monica who she slept with the other night, because it wasn't Dusty. Bad woman. Why did I ever let that woman into my company? Don't answer that, darling. Everything today, everything leads to James.
Lucinda, I think it's time you and I talk turkey, don't you?
What, darling? Huh?
Do you trust James?
No.
Then why are you expecting him to keep his promise to release Lily after you've helped him get his son? You're not going to help him get his son, are you? Of course not. I know you better than that. You couldn't go through with that. So why are you sitting around here stewing? Stop feeling helpless. Go to the police before James has a chance to harm Lily.
So, now you're interested, huh? Why the, sudden change of heart?
Well, if you undo these cuffs, I'll prove it to you.
Oh, but let me tell you something, Pumpkin. I don't think those cuffs are gonna get in our way.
What's wrong, Nick? You afraid of me?
What?
Well, you're about a foot taller than I am and a whole lot stronger. You don't think we need these handcuffs, do you?
Well, well, well. I'm glad to see you finally came around. Now, you and I are gonna have a little fun, little girl. Let me get this off you. Now, come over here, darling, and show me what that pig farmer boyfriend of yours taught you this summer, huh?
Oh, my God.
Dawn, you okay? Come on, don't thank me. Get in here. We gotta go. We gotta go. Careful.
You know, wearing a path in the linoleum is not going to get Margot here any faster. Why don't you sit down?
I can't. Too many people have kept their mouths shut for too long.
Duncan, I don't want you to say anything to Margot about that. We're just here to present her with the evidence.
I tell you, Stenbeck is back in Oakdale. Lord only knows how many people will suffer because those upstanding citizens I mentioned withheld information about his whereabouts for too long. Oh, there's one of them now.
Duncan.
Too little too late, or I miss my guess. Well, well, Mrs. Dixon, come to give the authorities information that you've been concealing about Stenbeck. I warned you.
And I warn you, Mr. McKechnie, that's a very serious accusation.
You're absolutely right, Mr. Bingham. I think you owe Mrs. Dixon an apology.
Go over my dead body. Look at her.
Duncan.
Guilty as sin. Well, well, Detective Hughes, it's about time.
I understand from Sullivan that I'm extremely popular. Did the four of you come together?
No.
Then maybe you've all stepped forward to help out with Stenbeck? And we can nail him?
If you don't mind, I was here first.
Make it snappy, Duncan.
Now, after you told the police, God's sake, tell John about it so he doesn't hear about it from somebody else.
Hurry! Just hurry! What? Don't worry about them. Just keep going. Keep going. Get out! Hey! Get out!
Why do we have to wait till tonight?
Because there's still some important things I have to do.
Oh, more important than making love to me right here in broad daylight.
Oh, well, you are insatiable.
Wait. Maybe we should wait. What if Mommy comes home unexpectedly from the office?
Mommy won't be coming home from the office.
Oh, yeah? How do you know that?
I know everything, Monica.
You aren't still seeing Mommy, are you?
I told you I've only seen your mother for business reasons.
Just business.
Just business.
I know she'd like it to be more.
Well, I wouldn't. Not since I've gotten to know you. Did you lock that door?
I think so. Wait, don't stop.
Hurry! Come on, keep...
Oh, gosh! Come on, you can make it free! Come on, keep going, just keep going, please. Come on. Oh.
Stay tuned for Guiding Light, next on most of these CBS stations. Fashions by I. Kleinfeld and Son. Join us tomorrow for the Emmy Award.